Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to hit the bell notification, man. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. I upload randomly, so I don't want you guys to miss out. So definitely hit the bell notification, man. When you see the squiggly lines, you know you have been notified. And guys, y'all already know what time it is, man. It's time for the breakdown. It's time for me to let you know the tale of the tape, all right? Who has the better coach? Who has the better offense and defense? And what I think the final score of the game is going to be. We got to get into all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lot to talk about, so I definitely want to get started. So let's get started. So as far as head coaching goes, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I got to lean towards Mike Tomlin. Now, mind you, I know what you guys are going to say. There's so much dysfunction in the Steelers, locker room and just the Steelers in general. Obviously, you had Antonio Brown filming in the locker room. You had the Ben Roethlisberger blaming, Todd Haley. You got Le'Veon Bell holding out and all this craziness going on. You got the O-lineman talking about how Le'Veon abandoned the team. And you got Cam Hayward coming out and saying, man, we should all just shut up and keep on playing. We got a bunch of dysfunction, a bunch of stuff that happens. Even Mike Tomlin's part of it. I mean, I remember that time he went over, he was on the sideline and somebody was running a kick return, probably back to the house, and he kind of stuck his foot out to trip him up. There's a lot of dysfunction that happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But through all that dysfunction, now mind you, you can say it's probably because they have a veteran quarterback. You can say because they have a top offense or whatever. But through that whole time, they still win a lot of games. Usually they win 10 to 12 games, you know what I'm saying, on a season. And they always, are in the playoffs. They're always, a contender for a Super Bowl. And, he won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So you got to lean towards Mike Tomlin, even though he has all that dysfunction in the organization. You know what I'm saying? He's a player coach, so he's not really authoritarian. So they don't really he's not like a Bill Belichick. He's the opposite of Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is authoritative. Do what I say or you're out of here. That's what Bill Belichick is. Mike Tomlin is the opposite of that. He's, friendly with the players. He gains a good relationship. He's kind of like a Sean McVay in that sense. Sean McVay is very friendly with his players and stuff like that. And that's kind of why the dysfunction happens, because of his nature. But, I think he has won a Super Bowl. He has been, pretty productive as far as winning. So you can't be mad. He's always a contender for another Super Bowl. So you got to lean towards him. Obviously, Ron Rivera, like I said, Ron Rivera's kind of a little of both. He can be friendly with his players. Obviously, he wears the funny shirts and stuff like that. He has a good relationship with a lot of his players. But he also is a no-nonsense type of guy. So he stays even keel. He's very calm. You know what I'm saying? But he expects certain things. So, but obviously, Ron Rivera won Coach of the Year a few times. He's been to a Super Bowl. We've talked about that before. But I got to lean toward Mike Tomlin. Even though Ron Rivera doesn't have that much dysfunction. But you can say there's a lot of dysfunction as far as the the Cam Newton fighting Josh Norman thing, the celebrations, whatever. But that's not really, to me, that's not really dysfunction. So, obviously Ron Rivera has a lot less dysfunction in his locker room. But even though Mike Tomlin's locker room is a lot of chaos, he's found a way to win in the chaos. So if by some way they figure out how to get rid of this chaos, they could be an even better team than they are now. But he found a way to make this chaos work for them and still win games. So as far as offenses go, I gotta give a slight nod to the Steelers. Obviously, their offense has been potent for years. Now, don't get me wrong, it took a little hit with the James Conner thing. Now, I know James Conner has, I think 500-yard games, for the last past 5 games or something like that, whatever, or 4 or 5 games, whatever, But for me, he's not Le'Veon. You know what I'm saying? As much as he's playing well, he's not Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was a beast. You know what I'm saying? I still think he's a beast. I still think, he's one of the best running backs in the league. I think he's not on the field right now. But James Conner is a good running back. You know what I'm saying? The O-line is very good. Ben Roethlisberger is, probably going to be a Hall of Famer, most likely. And the receiving core is top-notch. Now, mind you, as far as our offense goes, Cam Newton is a baller, especially what he's playing this year. Not only, because Cam has always been a baller in the run game and the rushing touchdown game and the rushing yards game, but as a passer, he's been playing the best he's ever played. And he's been playing even better in his MVP season. So, you know, he's playing amazing. I'll give Cam a slight edge over Ben Roethlisberger just because how well he's playing in the passing game and he still can run. Christian McCaffrey obviously has been playing amazing too. I kind of give Christian a slight edge, well, the whole rushing attack, a slight edge over the Steelers because Cam is an extension of the run game too. But the receiving core, it doesn't compare, you know, receiving core wise. Antonio Brown and, you know, Juju Smith-Schuster are just better than, you know, DJ Moore and, you know, Devin Funchess, you know, or you know, I don't know, you do Torrey Smith or whoever you want to do. Their receiving cores are better. Their O-line, our O-line is pretty good this year. Their O-line is pretty good too. So, but I gotta give it to them more because obviously the continuity, the longevity, they've been together. I mean, James Conner is like the only new part in that whole offense. But for the most part, everybody else has been there for a while. Our offense is just starting to round into form as far as that. And we are getting into a groove. But I have to lean with the guys who've been there, you know, with each other for a longer period of time. And the better receiver, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as, you know, James Conner and Christian McCaffrey is not that big of a deficit. You know what I'm saying? It's not a huge drop-off from Christian McCaffrey to James Conner. You could say they're like neck and neck, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think Christian McCaffrey is a better receiver out of the backfield, or just receiver in general. But you could say James Conner is a little bit better rusher, you know what I'm saying? Obviously with his streak of 100-yard games. So the offenses are pretty close. I think we have a better defense. Obviously, they missed Ryan Shazier. You know, they haven't been the same since his whole injury. And we still got Luke Kuechly. I think our linebackers are better than theirs, you know what I'm saying? Pass rush, I'll take ours. You know what I'm saying? I like Mario Addison. I like Julius Peppers. I like K'Wan Short. And even though Zatari Poe hasn't been doing much, we still have Kyle Love, who's been playing lights out. We got Vernon Butler. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take our pass rush. And secondary, I definitely like us better. Their secondary has not been, you know, great, but we got James Bradbury, who's been playing lights out. We got, you know, Dante Jackson, who is making a case for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we got Eric Reed, who's been playing lights out since he got acclimated to the system. And Mike Evans been playing really good, too. He has, like, 3 interceptions on the season. So, I definitely like our defense over theirs. And I think that's going to be the deciding factor. You know, because both of our offenses are pretty close, especially since our offense is rounding into form. But I think our defense is a little bit better than theirs. So, well, probably not a little bit, maybe a lot, you know, better than theirs. That's just me being honest. So, that's going to be the defining factor as far as our defense going against their offense instead of their defense going against our offense. So, I don't know, man. This is a tough matchup, man. But you know, these are two pretty good offenses, and one defense is better than the other. So that's just my opinion. Now it's that time for me to pick the winner of this game. Now, for me, like I said, I think the defense is going to be the deciding factor. So I think this is going to be a semi-low scoring game. I think it'll go something like, you know, Panthers 24, Pittsburgh 21, around there. I think they'll get 3 touchdowns. I think the Panthers will, you know, be able to win the game with a field goal or by a field goal at least. It's going to be a close one. Obviously, their offense is high-powered. But I think, like I said, I think it's going to be up to the defense. I think the defense is going to get 1 or 2 turnovers, you know what I'm saying, on Big Ben. I think Cam take care of the ball, you know, take care of the ball this game. He's been taking care of the ball pretty well, you know what I'm saying, this season. Basically, he only got like 4 picks. Now, I don't think he had any fumble losses. I think he maybe dropped the ball, but he didn't lose the ball, whatever. So I think that's how it's going to be. Antonio Brown's going to be a headache. He's going to be a matchup. Now, mind you, something that just happened today, which might hurt the Steelers, is that I think Antonio Brown got pulled over driving like 100 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? And that is not a good thing. So that's probably going to hinder them too. But like I said, man, I think Mike Tomlin's a good coach. I think they're a good team. But I think the Panthers take this away because our defense is going to, you know, set the stage. Especially because I think the defensive players are really going to be like, hey, man, this is our time. You know, people are underestimating our defense. And I think they're going to be able to hold serve, man. I think they'll go to Pittsburgh and, you know, basically impose their will. Especially Cam Newton has a really good record in November and December. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, but I'm thinking the Panthers win this. Like I said, 24-21. If anything, maybe you know, yeah, I think it'll be like 24-21 or maybe 28-21, around there. Between 24-21 to 28-21. I don't think the defense is gonna allow that much points. That's just how I feel about the game. Like I said, Antonio Brown is gonna be pretty good. I think, you know, Cam Newton throws 2 touchdowns to break the record, and I think we you know, leave there with a win to keep serve with the New Orleans Saints, and Big Ben and them take a loss. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget in the comment section, man. Let me know who you think is the better coach, Mike Tomlin or Ron Rivera. Let me know what you think about the offense and defense in the matchup as far as Antonio Brown, James Bradbury, Dante Jackson, and Juju Smith-Schuster, and basically Luke Kuechly and James Conner. Let me know how you feel about that. And also, guys, let me know in the comment section what you think the game score is going to be. Obviously, I know a lot of you Panther fans are going to think the Panthers are going to win, but give me a prediction on what the score is going to be. Obviously, we'll see who gets the closest. Like I said, I think mine's going to be either 24-21 or 28-21, around there. That's how I feel about the game. Also, make sure you check out the LCameraTV apparel. Shirts, hats, and mugs, all types of cool stuff. That link is in the description below. Support the channel, support me. You already know what it is. Check out the Patreon page. That link is also in the description below. Exclusive content, blooper reels, shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Maybe become a member, show love, you know what I'm saying, become part of the Patreon team. You already know what it is, man. Check out my dog Renan Steen's video. His video is going to be at the very end of mine, at the end screen. Very funny dude, very talented, you know what I'm saying, has some very different ideas, and I think you guys really like it. Keep that trickle effect going. You already know what it is. And, you know, support the channel. Oh, share some cool things with Panther Nation. Anybody Panther fan related, anybody football related, anybody Steelers related, anybody anything related, shit, let them know LCameraTV is rocking with Panther Nation. Panther Nation rocking with LCameraTV. Thank y'all for always supporting and showing love. You know what I'm saying? I had to break this down for y'all. And, you know, we'll turn up. Hopefully the Panthers get a W, man. And y'all know how that goes. See y'all next time. Peace.